So once again, good morning everybody. Today we shall be discussing the brainstorming question and answers of chapter 1.2 12th standard on saying please by George Alfred Gardiner. So in part 1 we have discussed about all the textual questions. Now in part 2 we shall be discussing about all the grammar questions. So let us begin. So A3, he committed the crime in broad daylight. It does not mean not bright daylight or narrow darkness. I had a cup of strong tea, not rich tea. The fast train is coming, not the quick train. Such words or group of words which habitually occur together and therefore convey meaning by association are called collocations. A collocation is a combination of words in language that often go together. So basically if you see, the collocation are those words which relate somehow with each other to just complete the sentence. They are not the words of the same tract, but they somehow go with together to complete a meaning, a picture. And this, find out the words in column B which collocate with the words in column A. So the words in column B somehow go with the words with column A to complete the sentence. For example, a regular exercise, then we have the midday meal, then we have key concept, then we have fast food, then we have try hard, richly decorated, free time, traffic jam, social justice, and wild animal. So you clearly saw this, both the words are actually very different words, but they go together to complete the meaning. Thus they are known as the collocations. Then the B1, learning collocations is essential for making your English sound fluent and natural. Make collocations and use in your own sentences. So one question is given to you and one I hope the students will understand and try to solve on your own. So big and well are two words given and we have to form collocations. So mistake and surprise are given to you. Big mistake and a big surprise, the big house, big garden, big decision, big amount, a big opportunity and big gift. Well as well dressed, well mannered, well presented, well done, well explained, well performed, well established and well decorated. So you saw that how the two different words went together to complete the meaning. So such word collocations are important parts in making your English sound very fluent. If you have to make anybody feel that your English is quite well and it goes well, so you have to learn to use two similar similar or dissimilar words together to form the collocations. So the second sub question, sometimes while using a word in a sentence, we have to change its word class. We can make several more words from the root word. So root word is basically a type of word given to you which can either be a noun, an adjective, an adverb or a verb. So I asked Sumit to dash my pencil for me. The word is given sharp. While the answer is I asked Sumit to sharpen my pencil for me. So you can see the root word was changed into something else. Now read the following sentence and use the words given in the brackets. Change the word class and rewrite the sentence. So here I have directly wrote the answers for you. So let us begin. Lena was eating a very crunchy apple and obviously enjoying it. The root word was crunch, but we change it to crunchy. That's an adverb. Then this picture looks colorful. So color was basically a noun, but after making it colorful it became an adjective. I am afraid that your behavior is not just acceptable. Initially this word was a noun, but now it has become into a adjective. I like my elder brother. He is very helpful. So the root word help here actually is a verb, but now it has become into an adjective. In the similar manner, we shall be discussing the next example. So complete the following table and put across if a word class does not exist. Does not exist here means there is no such word which fits in that particular class. For example, see here. So word classes are given to you for like noun, the verb, the adjective and the adverb. So let us begin. So absence. So the verb for absence is actually nothing here. Adjective is absent and adverb is absently. Then we have alarm, alarm, alarming, alarmingly. Then we have attraction, attract, attractive, attractively. Then we have ability, enable, able, ably, admiration, admire, admirable. Then we have admirably. Then agreement, agree, agreeable, agreeably, application, apply, applicable. And here is no word fits here. Avoidance, avoid, avoidable, avoidably. Then you have different, differ, different, and differently. So let us see the next one. So the third sub question here is register often refers to the degree of formality of language, but in a more general sense it means the language used by a group of people who share a similar work or interest, such as doctors or lawyers. So there are special words which are used in the formal English language, but in a more general sense these words can be used for those people who are working in a similar manner. That means if there are two, there's what is a dialogue exchange between a students to students, there's a different way of speaking, or you are talking between a student and a teacher, a student and a principal, or different people. So there are different types of languages or methods of displaying delivering the languages. Imagine that your principal or teacher is coming. When you meet him, you would never say, "Hey dude, what's up?" So if you're if you're in a college and you're meeting your principal or the teacher for the very first time, or it's an early morning you're meeting him, you would not use this "Hey dude, what's up." This is informal language, okay? So in formal situation you would say "Good morning sir" or "Good evening sir" or such words. Thus, in every situation, you use an appropriate expression according to the person. The language you use when you meet someone depends on their age and position. So, position here means the weightage of their class at what they work. Whether he's your teacher, he's your relative, he's your he can be your father, or fatherly person, or elderly person, okay, or someone superior to you, or someone inferior to you. There are formal and informal registers in spoken and written language. So registers are actually set of words which you deliver at different situation. It may be a formal situation or an informal situation. So write appropriate expressions and words which you have to use while facing an interview. So the words or sentences or expressions which normally a person would face in an interview or speak in the interview are: "May I come in?" "Good morning," "Good afternoon," "Good evening," "I'm sorry, would you please repeat that?" or "Excuse me please, I didn't get that," or "Thank you, I hope you would give me the opportunity to," or "I would love to work in your XYZ," whatever the thing is. Then the next is you're writing a letter of complaint. List the proper expression that you would like to write. So the proper expressions while writing a letter of complaint would be: "I disagree to this thing," "I don't think so," "I am sorry to say that," "This was not expected from you," "Please take action against," whatever the thing is. So let us see the next one. So the fourth one here is distinguish between a legal offense and a moral offense on the basis of the given text. So what is a legal offense and what is a moral offense of that particular action? So burglary is actually cheating somebody, or robbing somebody. It shows your rude behavior. Assault shows your discourtesy. Material attack shows your haughtiness. Doing battery shows your boorishness. So find out the meanings of the following phrases, use them in your own sentences. So the first is given: give and take, a situation where people respect each other or fulfill their needs. In every healthy relationship, there is a give and take of one's own opinions. A black eye, a mark when someone is beaten or punched on the face. Rakesh got a black eye after a rough fight with his classmates in the school. So lower than angles means something which is not perfect or imperfect. Her handwriting is lower than the angles to her intellectuality. So D1 is knock someone down, to hit someone. The dog was knocked down by the car. So next is find out the words with prefixes and suffixes from the text and write them down. So you know what basically prefixes and suffixes are. Prefixes are those short words which come before a root word, and suffixes are those words which come after the word. So let us see. The prefixes from the text are uncivil, inexhaustible, irritated, insolent, and uncouth. Suffixes can be requirement, punishable, instruction, reasonable, compensation. There may be many which you can try to find out in your own again. So next is complete the table with polite expression that we must use in our day-to-day life. So don'ts and do's are given to you. Say don'ts are I want a cup of tea. So do's it would be how would you in polite expression or politely how could you say that I would like to have a cup of tea. Send me the mail. You could say please send me the mail. Go away or leave me alone. Could you please leave me alone, or I am busy right now, we would talk afterwards. You're wrong. I think you might be mistaken, or I think you need to correct yourself. That's a bad idea. I think you should rethink on that idea, or I think that you should to rethink again. So your work isn't good. So politely you could say this, I believe you could do better, or you could even say I believe that you could do some changes, and so on. So the A4 here is given when edit the given paragraph using a and the wherever necessary. So basically this a and the are articles. So this particular entire short paragraph is given to you. I hope you will go through on your own, will go to the answer. So Rakesh is an ideal son who remains devoted to his father as he grows professionally to become a famous doctor. As his father grows old, he takes care to spend time with his father, bringing him tea in the morning and taking him out for a walk in the evening. So this is the answer for this particular question. So the next one is spot the errors in each of the following sentences and correct the incorrect ones. So basically we have directly solved the answers. So what could be the answers? Radha brought pens and distributed them between. So here between goes and among her children comes. Okay, so this between is not here. So the next one is Jayashri and Sujata sat beside each other in complete silence. His best friend Vijay was blind in one eye. One would dare to encroach upon his rights. She was taken by surprise when she saw the famous Taj Mahal. The next one, it is not possible to exchange the goods after the sale has been completed. Dr. Sen Gupta had been trying to master the craft since the last 5 years. The top ranking candidates will be appointed at senior jobs in banks. She knows very well what is expected from her, but she is unable to perform. They will put up a note on his regard for your consideration. So, these are the answers to the sentences. The next is read the following sentences. Santosh was just a computer. He read the operating manual and followed the instructions. I hope you will read these sentences on your own. We'll directly go to the answer. So the answer to this is convert the sentences into passive voice by filling in the blanks. The first sentence has been done as an example. So let us complete it. So the answers are highlighted in yellow for you. Then the main cable was plugged in. The monitor was switched on at the back. When the light appeared on the screen, the disk was placed by him in the drive A. The disk was pushed in until it was clicked out. So until it was clicked out by the button, it took the computer 30 seconds to load the program. The drive button was pressed by him at the disk shot out. The day disk was replaced with the document disk. Finally, the function key 7 was pressed by him. The word processor was then ready to use. So this is the the sentences have been changed or converted into passive voice. You could compare it afterwards. Okay, so we are here at the end of the brainstorming of chapter number 2, 12th standard 1.2 on saying please.